So there's a lot going on energetically right now, and I'm really just hoping that I don't forget most of the message that just came through. There's been this period in your life right now that's been kind of a test, and it might have felt like you've been getting it from all sides, or like you've been under fire, or like you've been in some kind of trial, some kind of proving ground. Maybe you have been. For me, it's been like, wow, the tattoo's healing. Because Spirit had me completely remove my necklace for the entire healing process. And that left me feeling very vulnerable, because my necklaces are my protection. And it's not just protection, it's an energetic swatch that you can match up to you and kind of shift your own energy with. It's symbolic representation of a transition in energy and certain people in our lives. And for the first time on this journey, Spirit wanted me to take it off. And I wasn't really sure why, but I knew that that's what I was supposed to do. And tomorrow is day 10. Today, I guess, technically is. I got it last Tuesday, which means Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Friday would be 10 days. And that means that as of tomorrow's my last day of gooping. You know, like tattoo goop that like protects it and helps it heal, helps it become permanent. That means tomorrow I'm done. It's healed, it's done, it's in, it's active, it's good. And the message from Spirit that I just got was, I'm not supposed to put the necklace back on. Not any of them. And it's being compared to, you know, a tool. Or I wanted to say training wheels, but that's not quite right. It was a crutch. Judgment. And you know what's really interesting? Is I've almost got an eye right here. I'm not wearing an evil eye anymore. Maybe I am the evil eye. Where it's in me now. That symbol from the Judgment card kind of looks like an eye a little bit on top. And all of my magical tattoos have several layers of interpretation, of meaning. It's never just one thing, because nothing is ever just one thing. Nothing is ever just what it is. There's so much more to everything and everybody. So, I think maybe the tattoo is supposed to take on the representation of the evil eye. Or maybe it's Spirit saying that it was a mental prison that I never actually needed that crutch. Because we've always known Spirit would protect me with or without the necklaces. But I always felt better having them. I always felt better knowing it was there. I'd never even take it off to sleep. And it's been different because I used to worry about like it getting caught on a pillowcase or, you know, something like that. And the last 10 days, I've been worried about like accidentally scratching my throat or like putting my pillow directly into the crevice and like getting it all gooped up or dried out. And there's no more anxiety because it's done. There's more. Give me a hint. Hold on. Ace of Swords and the Strength card. I'm just going to keep on going. The Divine has spoken. That's what it was. It came back. And I used to, oh my god. I used to have this habit, I guess I still do, where I would shuffle my cards, and before I put them down, before I put them away, I would want to have the unseen energy on the bottom be something positive. I really liked it when I got my Strength card on the bottom. I really liked it when it was Temperance or the Chariot, and more often than I care to admit, I would split to the King of Wands or the King of Swords or the King of Pentacles, King of Cups, or whoever. And I used to put them on the bottom. Or Wheel of Fortune, because I'd be like, okay, King of Pentacles is on the bottom, Wheel of Fortune energy, and then I would put it back in my case or on the counter or whatever. I would leave it on that energy because it's almost like a premonition, summoning that energy to you. And lately, it's been the Nine of Pentacles. Right now, it's Strength. I think that there's subtle ways that we weren't choosing ourselves when we thought that we were choosing ourselves. By putting a masculine as the prominent energy on the underside of the deck, subconsciously, because I must do this 100 times a day, you know? Nine Pentacles. I must do this 100 times a day, where I just shuffle my cards, split to something, and if it's something that's got like the energy I'm after, then I will take that and I will put it on the bottom, stick it back in my case. And I don't think about it again until the next time I grab my cards. And then when I'm done, it's just this little ritual where I put the energy I'm after on the bottom. And I think sometimes I might have put a masculine on the bottom, when really that Nine of Pentacles should have been there. And there's something about not using the necklaces anymore, because they kept out twin flame energy, right? They one of the purposes of the necklace, aside from helping me energetically chameleon or protecting me from negative energy, which really just, I'm pretty sure it just caused it to act like a battery, because I wasn't affected by the negative energy. I still absorbed it in a way, but it was fuel. I had to transmute it. I couldn't sleep sometimes because of it. But it always led to me creating something beautiful. Growth. But for the longest time, the necklaces are how I kept the twin flame out of my energy, out of my head. And it was almost like as soon as I took it off, there he was again. You know, I keep on seeing people that remind me of him. And they don't always look exactly the same. Sometimes it's just the hairstyle, sometimes it's just the nose, sometimes it's just the way they walk. But it's like I see him all over the place. I think there's a reason for that right now. But whatever the case may be, Spirit no longer wants me to shut him out. This is about integration, progression in our journey, and knowing that we are protected without that particular tool. This tattoo is very versatile. Thank you, Spirit. No one can put your chariot to sleep.